Good day to everyone and welcome to the Aesthete Feature Friday 2022 Food Friday episode. For this episode, let's look into the part where everyone can relate to, and it is close to not only our stomachs but also in our hearts and maybe our sweet tooth, food. With us today is Kathleen, Austria, a business owner along with their sister Leanne, Austria, for the home bakery called My Sweet Tub. Hi Kathleen, how are you doing?
Hello, good morning, RC. I'm doing great. And first of all, I would like to thank you and Eskeet for having us here in your podcast today.
Well, I have seen your page and ang ganda niya talaga. Ang ganda ng presentation and feeling ko masarap rin.
Maraming salamat. Yes, and syempre marketing strategy yung mapaganda mo yung page, di ba? Especially at this time of pandemic na hindi tayo makakapag-advertise outside. We use the digital platform to advertise our products and of course to promote the hashtag support local movement, di ba? Ganon.
Tama talaga yan. And I guess we can now start. Now, our first question for the icebreaker. Please tell us about yourself, like the background, achievements, and the like. How did you start out this business?
So I'm Kathleen, Austria, and I'm from Las Bañas, Laguna. I'm 18 years old. Nagsimula talaga tong business namin or nagsimula kami sa industry na to kasi passion namin siya. Yes, passion namin siya ever since we were young. Hilig na talaga namin ng baking, hilig na namin ng pagkain, ganyan. Actually, ako personally, I started cooking at a young age, mga 7 years old ako. Tinuturuan na ako ng mga magulang ko, ng tita ko magluto, ganyan. Tapos sila, actually, side talaga ng father ko yung mahilig pati sa baking, ganyan. So, nung nag-start yung pandemic, dun kami talaga nagkaroon ng opportunity ng ate ko. Meron kaming time. And then, yun, nag-experiment lang kami hanggang sa later on. Hindi namin namamalayan na unti-unti nagbo-boom na rin yung business namin.
You have mentioned na yung father mo talaga ang mahilig mag-bake sa inyo noon. So, kung sinasamahan mo siya sa kitchen, what do you guys usually bake?
Actually, yung father, marami siyang tinutry na iba't ibang dishes. Although, hindi niya talaga personal interest baking, pero na-try niya lang din kasi nga mahilig kami magluto in general. Pero nagbe-bake kami before, nung bata-bata pa ako, we would usually bake chocolate. Yun, alam niyo yung mga pinapadala noon na wait lang. Kasi meron kami mga kamag-anak from abroad na ganyan, magpapadala ng mga cake mix. Tapos yun yung itatry namin. Tapos yung father ko, dahil magaling siya mag-experiment, itatry niyang i-recreate yung recipe. Siyempre, titingnan niya din yung ingredients list dun sa box ng cake box. And then, ayun, magsasearch lang din siya sa internet. Gagawa kami ng iba't ibang cakes like kasab cakes, ganyan, mga traditional Filipino food din. Or ano pa ba, na-try niya rin gumawa ng carrot cake. Ayun, hilig lang talaga mag-experiment.
Oh, so cake talaga. Ako
Yes.
kasi hindi ako talagang marunong mag-bake. Marunong lang akong magkain ng bake. Yeah. What are your favorite aspects of your work or this industry in general?
Ang favorite aspect ko dito is the sense of fulfillment I get whenever, or my sister and I get, especially when we do work together in creating this majestic creations, and then nakakapagpasaya kami ng ibang tao when they order our cakes during their birthdays or even other special occasions like holidays, Christmas, ganyan. So talagang nakakataba ng puso. And gusto ko na lang din i-share siguro that this business, actually hindi kami ganun profit-oriented. Yung parang, alam mo, as long as we enjoy what we're doing, ang passion namin ito, nag-enjoy kami, na kumbaga, hindi na namin nakikita to as something na, syempre, mapagkakakitaan siya, especially this time of pandemic, pero hindi lang siya basta source of income, pero a source of happiness and talagang inner fulfillment.
Diba, both you and your sister are students, and then you have this business. How do you stay focused on this type of business, all the while being so busy in school?
Actually, we're both graduating students. Siya, graduate na siya ng college and then ako graduate ng high school in June. So, siguro ang masasabi ko lang talaga na tip para dun sa mga other aspiring na itong mag-business kahit na busy sa school is time management lang din talaga. Eh, siguro ang natutunan ko sa ate ko, actually ako before hindi ako ganun kagaling manage ng aking time. Kasi I'm known to be a procrastinator, ganyan. Pero nung nakita ko kung gaano siya ano kasi siya gusto niya lagi siyang productive. Gusto niya laging meron siyang nagagawa kahit maliit na maraming bagay sa isang araw na magpapasaya sa kanya. And nakita ko yun. So with that, parang dahil meron kaming free time during the pandemic kasi nga online learning ang ating mga classes ngayon, di ba? So, doon kami nagkaroon ng opportunity talaga na talagang i-invest yung aming time, hard work, and effort sa pagbibake kasi dito na kami masaya.
Wow naman. Ang ma-relate ko dun is procrastination. Ang requirements ko, nandun na siya sa missing. Char.
Backlogs, di ba? I relate din.
So, how do you define your kind of work in your own terms? What can you say about it as a form of art?
Siyempre, we all know that baking as a form of art is a sophisticated form of art because it requires determination and a lot of skills, di ba? Pero at the same time, this really, alam mo yun, it ignites your inner creativity kasi hindi mo naman mapaperfect agad ang isang cake or ang isang creation that you want to make if you will not practice, no? So talagang kailangan na in this field meron kang creativity, determination, and as a form of art, sophisticated man siya, it's a fun form of art.
Since art is usually associated with personal profession and your business is something personal to you, how do you express yourself in your work?
Actually, kami ng ate ko, mahilig na talaga kami mag-paint even before, di ba? As I've mentioned, mahilig na talaga kami sa arts, ganyan. And siguro, yung way namin to express our inner creativity or our inner, yung passion talaga namin So, meron kasi mga umu-order na minimalist cake. So, I think that is where we practice our skills in drawing, skills in piping, ganyan, which later on na napag-prove na rin namin.
Are there any unique skills or lessons that one can learn or gather from doing your kind of work?
Well, aside from the things that I've mentioned like determination, hard work, siguro patience talaga. Kasi alam mo yon, dun pa lang sa paggawa ng cake, meron kang dapat sundin ng mga measurements. Hindi yan basta-basta like cooking na pwede mong tansyahin. Tapos, when it comes to waiting sa oven, syempre, actually, we started na isa lang yung oven. Tapos, noon yung oven pa namin, bigas, alam nyo yun, na mabilis masunog kasi control mo yung temperature. Compared to what we have today, meron na kaming electric oven. So, automatic na yung time, no? So, tutunog na lang siya and then, okay na. So, dun ko nakita yung importance talaga ng value of patience na, syempre, if you want to present a cake na masarap to your customers, kailangan bibigay mo yung best mo and ibibigay mo lahat ng and your patience talaga.
Grabe, no? Patience not only in baking but also yung old oven nyo na dapat babantayin nyo talaga para hindi siya masunog.
Yes, actually, alam mo, noon, nakakasunog talaga kami ng cookies, ganyan, and ng meringue, na try namin gawin yan. Tapos, dun actually nag-start yung pagbili ng tatay ko ng electric oven kasi nakita niya on how we struggled, kasi wala kaming ma-perfect noon. Kaming dalawa ng ate ko na nagsisimula pa lang yung pandemic. So nung nakita niya na ay parang alam mo, I will support the passion of my kids. Kaya doon siya bumili ng electric oven, doon namin siya nagamit hanggang later on nakabili pa rin hanggang later on with the profit that we've gained. Doon kami nakabili ng isa pang oven. So ngayon dalawa na sila, and then nagkaroon na rin ng mixer. And of course, it's all because of the support we had from the people around us, especially our parents.
How would that skill benefit other people?
Patience. I think it would benefit other people in all aspects kasi alam naman natin sa buhay kung wala talo ka. Kasi kung wala kang pasensya, susuko ka agad and won't be able to meet your goals in life. So just like in studying, diba? We all need patience talaga, and patience is the key, ika nga, diba? So I think it's a really important value that you should have because it will not only train you to become hardworking, to become determined, but it will train you to be aware of other factors, of other factors that may hinder you from achieving your goal. And alam naman natin sa buhay, hindi laging perfect. So, kailangan prepared tayo dun sa mga bagay na darating, sa mga obstacles na darating sa buhay with patience.
How do you view the current art industry and all forms of art under it? Particularly sa Pilipinas, how do you think this relates to your field?
Actually, nakakatuwang makita ngayon kasi we're a member of a Facebook page, ang tawag ay Take Me Off PH. So nakakatuwang makita na maraming mga nanay, maraming mga business, mga small entrepreneurs na pinapasok yung baking as a field, as a source of income. And of course, as a form of art, dun ko nakikita talaga that Filipinos are very talented, especially when it comes to art talaga. Nakikita ko yung patience, yung determination, especially ito mga nanay sila at may inaalagaan silang mga anak sa bahay, and siguro dahil nga pandemic, naghanap sila ng panibagong way to earn money. And of course, nakakatuwang makita kasi it's their passion as well. Makita mo na they really put their effort. Ang gaganda ng mga designs nila. So, back to your question, so how do I see it? Ano nga ulit yun? How do I see it as...
how do you think this relates to your field?
So, ayun nga. So, in the field of baking, nakikita ko how we become creative, how we become, innovative at times. Kasi syempre, hindi naman lagi available ang ingredients. Hindi lagi available ang iba't ibang packaging or iba't ibang... Kasi meron tayong cake, meron tayong tinatawag na dowel. Ito yung tinutusok mo na table yung cake, especially pag gagawa ka ng layered cake. Tapos nakakatuwang makita, ang daming iba't ibang strategies na ginagawa ng mga bakers. Lalo na doon sa mga nakikita ko mga nanay. And types of, pwede kayong gumamit ng straw, pwede kayong gumamit ng wooden as long as it's clean. Pati na rin yung sa paggawa ng mga boxes, So, ito talaga ma-unleash yung creativity mo. Na creativity in a sense na hindi lang aesthetically pleasing, but creativity in a sense that you are, mabilis ka mag-isip solusyon. Mabilis ka mag-isip ng solusyon kapag may dumating problema, kapag may dumating na obstacle, kahit sa maliit na bagay, kaya ng
feeling ko makarelate si Mama in terms of like yung mga nanay na nagko-cook. My mom really loves to cook. Also, palagi siya nag-watch ng YouTube videos kung paano luto ng ganito, and then bibili siya, and then magugulat na lang ako na tatawagin niya ako from my room, and she would make me eat the food that she would. And may saying talaga, diba, na there's nothing like hope. There's na parang maganda talaga yung homemade food.
Yeah, there's nothing like homemade food compared to dun sa mga nabibili sa fast foods, ganyan, diba? Nakakatuwa din naman yung mommy mo. Nakakatuwa, diba? Nakaka-inspire yung mga ganitong mothers, diba? Ang sweet nila and talagang, yes.
Okay, so a certain number of Filipinos tend to view arts as a field with low success and income. Does this necessarily relate to the food industry? How do you seek opportunities in such a society?
I'm sorry, nag-lag. The start of the question. Can you repeat it?
Okay.
Nag-lag.
A certain number of Filipinos tend to view arts as a field of low success and income. Does this necessarily relate to the food industry?
Ayun. So, source of income. Kasi ngayon pa lang, ang sabi ng ate ko pero nakikita ko rin sa iba't ibang pumapasok sa baking industry that maraming nagpo-profit from this, maraming nagiging successful at ang art, ang baking, and other forms of art as a job na meron. Kasi if talagang yung taong yon, if yung tao and really determined to have his or her business booming, talagang makikita mo that it will become successful in the future.
How can you say sa mga sa others, like sa other forms of art, do you what would you say to them, yung mga ibang tao na they can't have that type of success and income, para they would be inspired by your success?
So I think ang message ko lang for find the thing that really makes you comfortable and happy, kasi hindi sa lahat, syempre may kanya-kanya talaga tayong talents, may kanya-kanya talaga tayong fields, and syempre we know art is a very diverse field, diba? So, siguro hanapin mo lang talaga kung saan ka magaling, hanapin mo kung saan ka masaya, and then magsipag ka at magtiyaga, and later on, success will follow.
How do you think the negative views by society on the baking industry will be alleviated, kung may meron?
Negative views of baking society, that's sure kung meron. Kasi puro mga nakikita ko sa paligid ko, talagang, alam mo yon, very supportive ng mga, especially dun sa community, Facebook community group na nabanggit ko kanina. Very supportive yung industry. Pero siguro kaya katulad nung nabanggit mo kanina na parang meron pa ring stigma or merong belief na it's a low profiting industry compared to fields in science and technology, compared to sa mga high professional jobs that requires PhD, that requires different degrees, diba? So, dito mo mapapatunayan na wala talaga yan sa level of education na tayo, diba? Dito mo mapapatunayan that it's really in the perseverance. It's really on the patience and the amount of effort, the amount of time you invest in what you do. At kaya, syempre, kung pipili kayo ng form of art, kailangan nga, mahal nyo siya. And kung meron mang dumating sa inyo isang field or opportunity, learn to love it. Kasi hindi naman sa lahat ng pagkakataon, ibibigay sa atin yung bagay na gusto natin. So, let's learn to adapt and some patience lang talaga, and let's learn to strive para maabot yung sarili-sarili nating goals.
You speak so fondly of the baking industry. You really feel like it is loved dito sa Pilipinas. Pero are there any instances where you feel your field of interest is overlooked or underappreciated to some extent?
Underappreciated siguro, not really hours, pero marami din kasi akong nakikita ng mga bakers na nagsisimula pa lang, syempre from scratch, nagsisimula pa lang. Marami akong nakikita na wala talaga silang background or knowledge sa baking. TV na sa papanood sa mga tao or us. So I think sa YouTube, ayan, nandito yung ate ko. Kasi mga small bakers pa lang din talaga na hindi pa sila ganun kagaling. And syempre meron tayong mga tao, syempre mga judgmental, may mga tao talagang we can't say na hindi sila constructive criticism kasi di ba hindi rin natin masabi. Pero yun nga, siguro yung nakikita ko lang is the negative comments that the small bakers receive, especially kung hindi pa ganun kaganda, kung hindi pa ganun kasarap yung cake na kasi nga, this will help them further improve their skills, hindi lang sa paggawa ng masarap na cake. Ayun.
What advice do you have for people na to aspire to be part of this industry you're in, or those who are new to the industry? Anong advice
can I give? Medyo naglag ka ulit. Pero siguro I think the best way for you to succeed in this industry is really putting your heart into it. Yun lang talaga. As simple as that. Kasi if you love what you're doing, if you love what you're doing, everything else follows. Dun ka mag-i-invest ng time. Dun ka mag-exert ng lahat ng effort. Dun lalabas yung pagiging persevering mo, yung patience mo, that will later on help you achieve your goal, especially in this industry. Kung gusto mo man successful na baker, kung gusto mo man magkaroon ng successful na business, kung gusto mo man maging kilala yung pangalan ng baking nyo, di ba? So, ayun lang talaga. Just do what you love or find the joy in what you're doing.
You've mentioned kanina about constructive criticism. Have you yung nag-start out pa lang kayo, have you received constructive criticism from other people? What are these? And
yes,
how did you react?
Of course, hindi kami makakapag-improve. Walang customers na patronize sa amin kung hindi kami nakatanggap ng constructive criticisms noon. Siguro ang pinaka maaalala ko is the comment we've had on our first signature cake. Yung first signature cake kasi namin, it's a chocolate cake layered with gumamit na ng baking terms. Meron siyang chocolate ganache, chocolate buttercream, and then may strawberries din on top. Siguro ang problem with that, it's moist naman, pero the way I constructed the cake, hindi siya ganun kaganda. The icing was drooping, and the placement of the strawberries were so big na dapat pala i-chop mo distributed para mas aesthetically pleasing, ganyan. So I think it's one of the most remarkable constructive criticism that I've personally received, na talagang nakatulong para maging signature cake na namin siya ngayon. It's actually our signature cake. Na bestseller namin na topped with strawberries. And
I love how pag-receive mo ng constructive criticism, you immediately dissect that criticism and use it to your own advantage for you to improve.
Yes.
Yung pinaka constructive criticism ko kasi yung ate ko.
Ganyan. Relate.
We rarely get along, pero bet sa inyo na you guys got along really well and may business kayo na sa'yo talaga.
Yes.
So,
talagang nakakatuwa yung relationship din na na-form namin or na-strengthen namin ng ate ko, especially when we encounter this constructive criticisms, especially kapag, pag nagbe-bake lang kami, talagang kung meron kami hindi magustuhan sa isa't isa, talagang ina-address namin. Kunwari, yung icing mo masyadong ganyan, yung cake masyadong ganyan, lagyan mo ng ganito, napanood ko sa ganito. So, talagang helpful na meron kang relationship na body-body kayo na masaya kayo sa ginagawa nyo.
Nakatry na ba kayo talagang away in terms of baking?
Nakapag-away na ba tayo when it comes to baking? I don't think so. Wala naman kaming mabigat na away compared to except dun sa mga simple things like sa paghuhugas. Alam nyo guys, kasi sa baking, mahirap talaga maghugas. Sobrang daming kailangang hugasan. But of course, syempre, kung hindi namin gagawin yun, sinong gagawa? Kung hindi namin, kaya ang ginagawa namin, usually alternate kami ng ate ko, or kapag siya yung nagbe-bake, ako yung maghugas. Pero minsan dahil din ako sa school, siya na rin lahat. So yes, talagang mahirap ang baking, pero if you really love what you're doing, ayun, success will follow.
How do you wish people viewed your work and why?
How do I wish people view my work or yung mga creations namin sa business? I think, syempre, dahil pinaghirapan namin yung mga ginagawa namin, I want them to feel happy kapag nakikita nila yung mga order nilang cakes, aesthetically pleasing, na syempre gusto namin nasasarapan sila kasi that's the goal. And gaya nga nang nasabi ko kanina, itong industry na to, hindi namin siya nakikita as something that we only gain profit from, but something that makakaka kami ng sense of fulfillment kasi nga makakapagpasaya kami ng iba't ibang tao habang papasaya namin yung sarili namin kasi we love what we're doing. So ayun, talagang to receive a sense of fulfillment, happiness, na makita sila.
Are there any particular aspects of food or the food industry in general you wish people viewed differently or appreciated more?
Actually, alam mo, food industry now is something very close to my heart kasi I've been conducting researches din on the food industry, food security ng Philippines, ganyan, on the agricultural production, on the status of the agricultural production of the country. And talaga makikita natin in some areas of the Philippines, meron talaga mga tao na that are food insecure. So I think isang problem is that hindi pa rin lahat ng tao meron access to food, and hindi lahat ng tao merong access to technology. Hindi lahat ng tao, gaya nga na nabanggit ko kanina, meron tayong mga small bakers na alam mo yun, gumamit sila talaga ng uling ng mga kahoy, nagdagdag sila just to bake cakes kasi gusto nilang patikim, gusto nilang gawin yun as a source of income. So siguro please lang din talaga na hindi lahat nabigyan, na maraming tao ang napagkakaitan. And if I would be granted the opportunity, I would actually love to extend or help them to these people, no? Na syempre, supportahan natin yung ating mga kapwa bakers, even what other artists do, diba? Meron tayong mga local artists na sinusuportahan yung iba't ibang tao na they share the same interest with.
Do you think that there are any types of disadvantages that are unique to your field?
Disadvantages? Oh, wait lang. May disadvantages ba ang baking? Kasi for me, aside from paghuhugas, narinig niyo ba yun? Aside from paghuhugas, I think naman, kasi ayun nga kung masaya ka sa ginagawa mo, 'di ba? Hindi mo na mapapansin yung mga disadvantages kung sa tingin mo, siguro kung hindi mo hilig to, iisipin mo, nauubusan ka ng oras, napapagod. Kami, hindi talaga kasi nag-e-enjoy kami sa ginagawa namin. Ayun.
Sa akin, hindi ko enjoy maghugas ng pinggan.
Actually, hindi lang pinggan. Meron pa maraming baking pans, spatula, measuring cups. Kaya, yun talaga yung challenge. So, diba? Yun yung challenge sa pagbe-bake. Tapos, syempre, mapapasma ka pa when you, syempre, kumawa ka ng mainit from the oven and maghuhugas ka ng marami.
Kaya nga, feeling ko, I would enjoy baking. Tapos niyan, tignan ko yung hurugisin ko like, ay, wag na lang.
Diba? So, yun yung challenge.
Since we've talked about disadvantage, what about the advantages?
Advantages, marami. Aside from sense of fulfillment nga, syempre, nagkakaroon kami ng extra source of income this pandemic, which nagagamit namin para tulungan yung parents namin, kahit sa mga dyan gastusin sa bahay, or kung meron man kaming gustong mapaganda sa bahay. Actually, ito yung isa sa mga mapaproud kaming achievements kasi itong bahay na tirhan namin, it's our grandfather's. And it's already a 70-year-old house na talagang it needs renovation. 7-0, no? It really needs renovation. It really needs talagang, kailangan siya talaga para mas mapaganda. And nakakatuwa kasi nagamit namin yung part ng income na nakuha namin to beautify and to renovate the house, alisin yung mga anay, ganyan. Tapos nakakatuwa rin kasi if familiar sa Homebody sa Facebook, di ba? Makakuha ka rin doon ng ideas Marami din tayo mga talented dyan na magaling din talaga sa arts, di ba? Sa pagde-design, ayun. So, nakakatuwa kasi yun yung naging advantage. Hindi lang kami nag-enjoy sa ginawa namin, tulong din kami sa pamilya namin.
What makes these advantages and disadvantages unique to your work and apart from other industries in life?
What makes them unique? Siguro, baking is a unique form of art. May iba't iba rin kasing disadvantages like compared to painting. Siguro ang painting for me dahil realistic artist ako, mas matagal siya gawin. At yung advantage ng baking, mas mabilis siyang gawin and alam mo yun, meron kang potential buyer so meron ka na agad na kumbaga may goal ka na ma-achieve. May goal na nakaset na, ganito dapat kaganda. Ganito dapat matapos ko to by this time. Pero if i-compare ko siya dito sa pagpe-paint, syempre hobby ko lang din siya and hindi ko rin naman binibenta yung mga arts ko. So, kung i-compare ko siya, yung baking, as pressured ako at some point kasi nga merong customer or may customer na naghihintay, na nag-expect. Pero when it comes to painting, it's only myself, which I think has its own advantage and disadvantages. And syempre, kung sarili ko lang, I'll have all the time. Kung sa baking, I won't have the time and I'll be pressured. Pero at the same time, masaya pa rin.
Were there any setbacks or difficulties before you started this business or any current point in the business?
Actually, ayun nga, gaya na nabanggit ko kanina, yung hindi pagkakaroon ng magandang oven. And aside from that, nung nagsisimula pa lang kami, hindi naman kasi ganun karami yung buyers kasi wala pa kaming Facebook page, wala pa kaming advertising. Kaya nakakatuwa rin kasi yung ate ko, nag-aral siya ng ABM, Arts, Business and Management, and then ngayon siya. So talagang nagagamit niya yung strength niya sa pag-advertise ng product namin. So, ayun, siguro kung i-compare ko dun, hindi naman sa pero sa mga small bakers, syempre hindi sila ganun ka-knowledgeable with advertising strategies. Doon sila nahihirapan. And yun, naging challenge din yun sa amin. Pero dahil nga, strength ng ate ko yung pakikipag-communicate, pakikipag-advertise, doon namin siya na-improve, no? Doon namin napakita yung product namin in a wider audience. Kaya, ayun, nakakatuwa. Dahil na-overcome namin yung setback na yun.
How would you advise others that deal with the same setbacks or difficulties?
So, siguro i-share ko na rin to with our kapwa bakers, Japanese, kung meron mang nakikinig, or kahit dun sa iba't ibang nagtatry to put up a small business. Syempre, aside from making your isa rin talaga sa pinaka-importante is the advertising strategies. Kailangan meron kang page like our Facebook page na active. Nakakatuwa yung ate ko kasi parang every event or every day kailangan meron kaming maipost to reach a wider audience para mas tumaas ang aming engagements. So yun. So advice ko sa inyo is to have an advertising platform. Like alam naman natin marami ang naaabot ng Facebook, mapabata, mapamatanda, di ba? Sa buong parte ng Pilipinas or even in international countries. So, ayun, an advertising platform and invest your time in it kasi magugulat na lang kayo na wow, ang dami palang naabot. Wow, order sa amin yung taga ganito. Wow, hindi nga namin to kilala pero nakita nila kami. So, ayun, yun po yung advice ko sa kanila.
How can people who aspire to be part of this industry avoid these kinds of setbacks, if possible?
Para ma-avoid, syempre kung nagsisimula ka pa lang, darating at darating yan. Para ma-overcome mo yon, i-apply niyo yung determination talaga na magsumikap kayo if you're really into baking. Example, if you're really into this field, kung dito mo nakikita yung sarili mo, kung dito mo nakikita na magiging successful tong business na to, pagsikapan lang talaga. It's the only advice I can give. And patience, of course.
Do you still see yourself working in this field in the future? Since you've mentioned that you wanted to be a doctor, do you still see yourself having a business on the side that is cooking or baking?
Actually, napag-uusapan namin yan ng ate ko kasi ang gusto niya mangyari, gusto niya talaga magtayo ng business. Like, merong business establishment. Ngayon kasi, home baking lang kami eh. So, in the future, God willing, sana habang nag-aaral ako ng med school or kung if papala rin ako maging doktor, meron kaming side business na ganyan, na ipapangalan ay Josefina's Restaurant. It will be named after our late grandmother. So, ayun. Yes, I see myself supporting my sister's business pero not really managing it. Siguro, bibisita na lang that time or tutulong-tulong ako sa hugasin or sa pagsiserve or any kind of help that I can give.
So, you said you would name it after your grandmother, the restaurant that you guys would plan to build in the future. Why name it after her?
Bilang nag-lag ulit. Why do you plan to name?
Why do you plan to name it after your grandmother?
Actually, itong grandmother namin, hindi namin siya naabutan. Maaga siyang pumanaw. So, pero dahil yung lola kong yun, mahilig din talaga siya mag-bake. Based sa kwento ng papa ko at ng iba kong tito at madiskarte siya. Yun talaga daw yung trait na namana ng kapatid ko, especially. Kasi yung lola kong yun, maabilidad. Alam mo yun, lahat ng business papasukan niya. Lahat ng, hindi siya natatakot. Malakas yung loob niya to explore all these fields. Willing siya mag-take ng risk as long as kayanin niya. As long as alam niyang pagsisikapan niya to. Kasi meron siyang family na kailangan niyang mag-provide ng money. And of course, itong lola kong to, sinuportahan siya ng lolo ko and lahat ng mga anak nila. 5 silang magkakapatid. And ayun, nakakatuwa lang, nakaka-inspire yung lola ko na kahit hindi namin siya naabutan, based dun sa kwento ng papa ko, talagang naging profitable field ang baking, ang cooking sa kanya aside from other hobbies she does, like planting orchids and selling them to garden shows. Ayun. So talagang nakaka-inspire yung lola ko. That's why we put the name it after her.
I think she'll be very proud of what you guys have achieved now.
Yes, thank you. Sana nga, lola. Hello.
Aside from the other reasons, what are like what are the other reasons for you to continue pursuing this type of work?
Other reasons, marami. Kasi nga, dito, unang-una, dito kami masaya. Pangalawa, we earn money from it. Pangatlo, hindi kasi siya nakakapagod. Hindi siya, compared to other fields, personally, kunwari, if I were to, gusto ko mag-research kasi I'm in the scientific field. Compared to research, compared to doing these scientific things, ang baking is something very close to my heart because it's my passion ever since I was young. Yun. So, maraming reasons. I can't explain how many reasons there are, pero I'm happy with baking. This is where I find myself. Hindi naman in a career in the future. Kumbaga, I find this as a hobby talaga na I can na pwede kong gawin whenever I'm stressed, no? Parang magiging outlet ko siya.
Well, given the opportunity, would you ever leave this field behind? For example, when you were already a doctor or a researcher, and then your boss would say na, bakit ka nagbe-bake? Bakit ganyan? Your job is to be a doctor or a researcher. Leave that field. Anong gagawin mo?
Ayun, sorry, naglagulat. Like what I've said, hindi ko na siya gagawin as a career. Hindi ko naman i-invest lahat ng time ko. As I've said earlier, I'll support my sister with the business kasi siya talaga yung mag-manage nito. Ako, I'll still pursue what I want. Gusto ko rin ng science. Gusto ko maging doctor. Gusto ko maging researcher. Gusto ko mag-share ng science to the community. And I think in this way, anong gagawin ko kapag ganun yung boss ko? Wow, boss ko. I-explain ko sa kanya that baking is just my side hobby, ganyan. Hindi ko siya priority, but it makes me happy. And ayun, siyempre hindi ko naman pababayaan yung career ko by that time. So, ayun.
Sana sana wala kang boss na ganyan. At kung may boss ka na ganyan, wag mo siyang bigyan ng cake.
Totoo. Pag po nag-retire kayo, retire agad. Hindi ko po kayo bibig charot.
Where do you see the food industry in the Philippines going in the future?
The baking industry, actually, I personally believe na malayong mararating ang industry na to. Seeing the people in this industry striving and working hard to achieve their personal goals, makikita ko na itong mga small bakers noon, succeed talaga sila. Feeling ko, they will even, makakaabot ng international level, ganyan. Hindi sila, kasi iba talaga yung patient, determinants ba, na ma-develop mo dito sa field na to. Determination field na to. And, ayun, so, I really see it as an industry na magiging successful sa future, given its people.
How do you wish that working in the food industry is greatly beneficial to others? Like, how do you wish to impact others?
Siyempre, aside from providing pagkain, magagandang mga aesthetically pleasing food, yung inspiration. Yung inspiration na makukuha mo dun sa sa kapwa baker. Passion niya, hindi naman noon, hanggang ngayon passion niya pa rin, pero noon, ako personally, hindi naman namin in-expect na magiging ganito. Hindi namin in-expect na magkakaroon kami ng sariling business kasi kung maalala ko, nung bata ako, hilig ko lang yung maglalaro ng Little Kitchen. Ayun, Little Kitchen lang, ganyan. Tapos I really didn't expect na kami ng business at a young age. So talagang aside from yung impact ng food na naibibigay namin, it's the impact that from our experience na pwede namin i-share sa kanila, the inspiration that they can get.
Nakapa-unlock memories yung little kitchen. Yung
Naglaro ka rin.
O yung mga plastic na food na pre-cut na siya. Akala mo ikaw talaga yung naghiwa.
Oo, di ba? Nakaka-miss, di ba? Nostalgic.
So I think that is the end of the questions. Stay tuned for Shutter Saturday. And thank you so much, Kathleen. The answers were very good and definitely worth sharing for you. Not only shared the beauty of the baking industry, but also you also shared your heart and a little bit of your family background, which is actually very heartwarming. Time flies so fast, and that's all for today. Again, thank you very much, Kath, for accepting our invitation and being here with us. You may check out their page, My Sweet Tub, in Facebook. Being here with us has been a joy. Hope you have a bright future and stay safe always.
Thank you so much, Asti. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Ingat po tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po.